So coming to food web, food chain represents only one part of the energy flow through an ecosystem. Ecosystem may consist several interrelated food chains. See, we have seen only one type of food chain, from suppose from rabbits to lion only. But actually, what it says is ecosystem might be having several interrelated food chains. That means suppose if see, this is detritus food chain. We have seen grazing food chain. In this also maybe hawk may eat rabbit also. That means grazing food chain and detritus food chain, both are interrelated. So food web, this is more than food chain. Food web will give the interactions in a detailed manner. Okay. Ecosystem may consist of several interrelated food chains. The same food resource is part of more than one chain, especially when that resource is at lower trophic levels. Okay. A food web illustrates all possible transfers of energy and nutrients among the organisms in an ecosystem, whereas food chain traces only one pathway. That means that's what we discussed. Illustrates all possible transfers of energy and nutrients among the organisms. So food web is a more detailed one. Will have between the different food chains. Also, it will show the interaction. So that is the main important concept of food web. So coming to ecological pyramids. Steps of steps of trophic levels expressed in a diagrammatic way are referred as ecological pyramid. Okay, we all know the pyramids. I think from school studies we are seeing this ecological pyramid. Suppose if you see producers at the base, first primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. If you indicate it in a pyramid, it is nothing but ecological pyramid. Okay, in this also different types of pyramids are there. Let's go into detail of that. The food producer forms the base of the pyramid, and the top carnivore forms the top. Yeah, just that's what producer, nothing but plants at bottom, and top carnivore like lion at top. The pyramid consists of a number of horizontal bars depicting specific trophic levels and are arranged sequentially from primary producer level to herbivore, carnivore onwards. See, nothing but here we are seeing trophic level is nothing but one organism. So plants is considered as producers, it is one trophic level. This is in one color. Second one, herbivores are considered as the next trophic level. All herbivores are one trophic level. So placing of trophic levels one above the other in sequential form is called pyramid, ecological pyramid. The length of each bar represents the total number of individuals at each trophic level in an ecosystem. That means, see, what it is saying is, in an ecological pyramid, suppose the bottom is broader. That means total number of plants are more. So if you consider number of rabbits is a little lesser than the number of plants. Suppose if you consider some wolves, in that number of wolves will be little lesser than the number of rabbits. So number of lions will be a little more lesser than the wolves. So it is what it is. That is what it is saying. Ecological pyramid concept is like that. The length of each bar represents the total number of individuals at each trophic level in ecosystem. The number, biomass and energy of organisms gradually decrease with each step from producer level to consumer level, and diagrammatic representation assumes the pyramidal shape. Pyramid of numbers upright. See again in the ecological pyramid also there are different types. First one is pyramid of numbers, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy or productivity. Okay. So what they did is, first they have done the ecological pyramid with numbers. That means the number of organisms, number of rabbits, number of plants, like that. But what they did is, initially we will see, okay, what is the pyramid of numbers? The number of individuals is decreased from lower level to higher trophic level. This type of pyramid can be seen in the grassland ecosystem. Okay. So coming to the pyramid of biomass. So the scientists didn't get satisfied with the pyramid of numbers. So it is not giving the accurate thing. So what the thought is, okay, if you want to do the accurate thing, we have to deal with the pyramid of biomass. So in pyramid of biomass, what is happening? It is difficult to count all the organisms in a pyramid of numbers. So The pyramid of numbers does not completely define the trophic structure of an ecosystem. In pyramid of biomass, the individuals in each trophic level are weighted instead of being counted. That means this gives us the pyramid of biomass, that is total dry weight, nothing but the total dry weight they are taking of all organisms at each trophic level at a particular time. Biomass is measured in grams per meter square. So they are taking the dry weight of all the organisms instead of taking the numbers of organisms. They are taking the dry weight. For most ecosystems on land, the pyramid of biomass has a larger base of primary producers within the smaller trophic level prescribed on top. It is also same actually. See, number of plants are more, so automatically weight also will be more. So it is a lion, number of lions are less, so automatically weight of lions, dry weight of lions will be less. So this is also a pyramidal shape with plants at the bottom and top carnivores at the top. So, but actually in aquatic system, there will be an inverted pyramid of biomass. Suppose if you see these in aquatic, that means in water bodies, if you consider a marine water body, that means in a ocean, in that one producers will be like microorganisms, algae and all those. It will be of very less weight. And next comes the fishes, basic fish. And next comes the carnivores that eat upon the fish, smaller fish or starfish, etc. The top carnivores like sharks, whales, etc., they will have more weight. So in aquatic ecosystem, it will be inverted pyramid if you consider the biomass. Okay. So coming to the, after we have completed the pyramid of ecological pyramid of numbers, ecological pyramid of biomass, coming to the ecological pyramid of energy. To compare the functional rules of the trophic levels in an ecosystem, an energy pyramid is the most suitable, with the conversion of solar energy to chemical energy and heat energy at each trophic level, with less energy being depicted each transfer. See, what's happening is the concept of energy, pyramid of energy is, see, metabolism is happening right from the producers. So first producers will prepare food from the photosynthesis, some energy is created there. And also during when herbivores eat the plants, herbivores are absorbing some energy from the plants, that is X calories. And suppose when wolf is eating the herbivore such as rabbit, then some amount of energy is taken by the wolf from the rabbit, but that particular energy, likewise energy, the total amount of energy will be at each level, it will be getting reduced. So what it says is after some stages, no, the total energy will be very less. That means by the time it reaches the lion, energy it consumes will be less. Okay. So this is the concept, right from the photosynthesis to lion. 1000 calories will be there at the from solar energy, but only plant will take only 100 calories, being used stored as energy rich materials. It can't take total. So deer eats plant of 100 calories food energy, stores only 10 calories of food energy. Lion eats deer and only even get less energy. So this is the concept. Energy pyramid concept helps to explain the phenomenon of biological magnification, the tendency for toxic substances to increase in concentration progressively at higher level. See, actually what happens is this concept of biological magnification is also an important. During energy environment, suppose if you see some toxication happened in the food at the level of lower rabbits, etc., so the toxication concentration will go on increasing by the time it reaches the lion. So that is concept is called biological magnification. We have to remember this. Pollutants at trophic level. Pollutants, especially non-degradable ones, are move through various trophic levels in ecosystem. Non-degradable pollutants, even materials which cannot be metabolized by the living organisms. Example, chlorinated hydrocarbons, CHC. So both the bioaccumulation and biomagnification, it's a concept of pollutants, how the pollutant concentration is being increased when it is moving through the ecological pyramid. What is bioaccumulation? Let's see. It refers to how pollutants enter a food chain. In bioaccumulation, there is an increase in concentration of a pollutant from one environment to the first organism into a food chain. increase of concentration of pollutant, okay, from the environment to the first organism in a food chain. Okay. Tendency, we have already seen biomagnification. It refers to tendency of pollutants to concentrate as they move from one trophic level to the next. In biomagnification, there is an increase in concentration of a pollutant from one link in a food chain to another. Okay. So in the next class, we will discuss about the biogeochemical cycles. For now, let's stop with the ecological pyramid. You also revise the concept once. Let's meet with another interesting topic, guys.